Good morning. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer. I am back on my mod planet. I got my little spark, which doesn't help. And I got this little graphics glitch here. I don't know where that... I maybe won't see it, but there's a line going through. And I don't know if that's because it's a mod world. It just started a little bit ago, and it's constantly there. So I don't know what's going on with it. But, I have my rocket set up. Now, I made a boo-boo. I got this code. This is... Give Cows Are Evil a little credit with this one because I've modified it to fit my needs. But this should actually be a little lower. Let me set 5,000 now. I changed that. But this keeps the volume of... the correct volume amount in my pipes leading to the rocket engine and the correct pressure by modifying the setting. But I kind of figured that out or tweaked it on my own. And the problem is I pre-mixed my gas. And the problem with that is, let's turn this on. I get good thrust, but I don't get enough. I get about 18. It goes up and then it'll come back down again. And the pressure is good. So that's pretty good pressure. So my system is working correctly. It's the premix. Because with the premix, I get too much oxygen and not enough volatiles in my burn, and I only get about 18 kilonewtons of thrust no matter what I do. So that is my issue. Got all the way up to the top? No. Yeah, it is. So as you can see, I got more oxygen in my pipes right now than in my burn pipes than I do volatile, which is not good. Even though I had it pre-mixed correctly, which I can show you over here now. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to burn all this gas out of my engines, and this may cause an issue. We'll see, because that pressure is going to spike. Spiking, spiking, spiking. Go down, go down, go down. There we go. Thank you. Now that's all oxygen, I bet you. Gonna take a look. Total moles, it's probably all oxygen. There's no liquid in there. Well anyway, ratio, it should be in, oh, that's the pipe analyzer. Well, that should be correct. Anyway, it's not burning anymore because I burned out all the gas in there. So, what was my issue? Let's check everything here. Food's good. I don't know how long I'll be outside. Sorry about that. I meant to eat first. Bleeding bread, which is good. I do have it cooling off in here. I throw this pipe on here every once in a while to cool it off a few degrees. While I'm outside, I'm going to take it off. Unfortunately, I have not automated that because I've been doing too much work with the rocket. I've been doing that full time. So we got that, we got that, 1, 3. Okay, everything's good. Yeah. Alright, so let's go outside. I'll show you my liquid farm.
Did you put the trash out?
Okay, sorry about that. I had to take my trash out. But anyway, let's show you my production farms here. I actually turned the oxygen off because I have 2,170 liters of oxygen. That's plenty. And 219 liters of volatiles. How my filter doing here? We're doing good. Okay. Now I had to turn my volume pump up because I doubled my ratio, and my pipes were overpressurizing. They're okay now, but this was overpressurizing, so I had to turn my volume pump up. I just went up all the way. You can see that graphics glitch. I hope that's not my graphics card. I'll have to play another game and see if that's there. It's kind of odd, but anyway. So I drained all that out of there. Now watch, because of the imbalance of fuels, I'm going to have all oxygen in here. That's why it won't burn anymore. So I'm going to have to pump out 1,260 liters of pre-mixed gas. Redesign my rocket to mix it on board because it doesn't burn even though you pre-mix it to the right levels. As you can see, 60, well, a little off now because it's been pulling in more oxygen, I think. But no, that's right, because 1 kilomole of it is gas. So I got 33%, and this is why it doesn't burn correctly right here. I got all my volatiles are liquefied, and 1 kilomole of the oxygen isn't, because they do that at different temperatures. So I have to mix it separately, or else it doesn't burn correctly. And that's kind of a pain. So I'm going to have to offload all this gas and fix my rocket so I have 2 separate tanks and get rid of this whole system here. And add, I guess I gotta add a second umbilical. I am? Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to redesign my whole rocket. But I just wanted to give you an update. It's been working. I've been playing with it. Don't pre-mix your fuel. That's the only thing I can think of. If you pre-mix your fuel, pre-mix it at a different ratio, which, you know, you don't know the ratio until you burn it. So make a separate oxygen tank and a separate liquid tank, connect them at the bottom, and somehow I'll have to automate the mixture. Boy, that line is going to drive me crazy. I don't know what that's from. I'll have to play, like I said, play another game and see if that's there. I wonder if I'm having a graphics card issue. But there you go. I'm going to leave that at that. I'll probably hold this video until I fix the rocket. I just wanted to show you the before picture. So I'll see you either later today or tomorrow. Let's have a little bit of fun. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going to offload this gas and put it in the tank, but I don't want to do that. So, let's do something crazy. Where's my screwdriver? So what happens when you just detach a tank with 1,260 liters of fuel in it? Let's find out. I know it's going to explode, but okay. It's actually freaking out my card, my computer. It's too much. Let's turn away from it a little bit. Holy cow, it's really straining my stuff. Here we go. Holy mackerel. Well, it didn't destroy anything by the looks of it. Isn't that pretty? Fireworks and dawn all at the same time. Yay! Let's see. Got some ground burning there. The cables are good. My structure looks good. Everything looks fine. I can't believe nothing took any damage. It's just silliness that nothing took damage, but that was fun. My computer did not like that. It was like, what the? Did it get rid of that glitch? You know what? I think it got rid of the glitch. Cool. Okay. So there you go. Now I'm not going to offload that fuel. I'm just going to... Oh boy, that was 10. That was a big tank. Yeah, I remember doing that. Let's put those down there. There's nothing in these, right? These should be empty now. Everything exploded. Oh my god. Well, it's only 94. How bad can that be? Run away! Run away! Don't look at the flash! Don't look at the flash! Holy smokes. That one didn't mess up my computer. Not as big, I guess. And you know what? Oh man, I bet you I just lost 10 tanks. I'm going to remake. Oh, are they damaged? Good. Alright, we got one more to go. Whoa, crap. There must be some air flowing around here yet. Now the tanks are empty from here down, but the pipes aren't. Maybe I should do this first. Not the recommended way. OSHA would not like this. Okay. Alrighty, so now here we go for the last time. Drill. Where'd the drill go? Oh, there it is. Looking right at it. Run! They're having too much fun today. What good is Christmas season without some fireworks and explosions? I'm just surprised it doesn't, like, tear up cables and stuff. It didn't hurt anything. This retracted, which is okay. Because it doesn't have a pipe to go on anymore. It automatically air it out. So, I still have to evacuate everything out of from here on. I think the best way to do that is to just, well, first we take these. I just wanted to make sure everything was cooled. I don't think these actually did anything. Alright, so those are good to there. Take that one. Eventually this is going to start complaining. That didn't take long. Where did that come from? Am I gonna make it? It didn't even have an explosion. Where that came from? I must have had one of these double done or something. I must have. So there we go. Everything's torn apart. Now I have to rebuild the rocket. And reload the rocket. And I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I have redesigned my rocket. We'll go take a quick look at that. And modified my code. Now, I don't know if this is the best way to do this, but I mean, I looked at some codes online, put my own modifications in, and this is what I got. Um, this is to keep the pressure around 6,000. It stays in there pretty good. I had to play with this number to get it to change, the setting to change fast enough to keep it from over pressurizing. This seems to work pretty good. And then I took the volume and did some multiplications and divisions, and I've been working on these numbers forever. I multiplied the setting for the volatiles pump by 3 over the. It's just confusing as all get out. It really is. I mean, I've been playing with these numbers. This is what fills the tank. I got it filling to 0.75, the ratio of volatiles. So that is about it's 150. So it's a little over 100 liters that I'm putting into the pipes in front of the engines. And then I have these turning off and on. 65% for the volatiles pump, 33% for the liquid oxygen and the oxygen, and I added the two together because they degas, so you have to add the two together and then take 65% of the total and do it that way. But it seems to be working better. I'll show you a test fire here. Let's go over some of the important numbers. That's the volume. I have 200 liters of volatiles in my volatile tank. And then I didn't put this one up because it's a lot higher. Nope, that's the pressure. It should be around 750. Where is it? Come on. Why can't I find it? There it is. Nope, that's the pressure. Volume. Oh, there it is. No, pressure again. Where's the volume? I lost it. That's the max it can have. I literally just had it in front of me. Well, anyway. I'm looking at pressure. That is not it. Pressure output. Ratio. Volume of liquid is what I'm looking for. There it is, down the bottom, 750. So that's right where I want it. Let's put that up to the top. Once that gets to 750, then that pump turns off and doesn't put any more. Well, it changes the setting of these two pumps to 0. That pump and that pump, so it doesn't put any more fuel in. It's a complicated program. I'm not sure if this is actually worth it, to be honest with you. I think from now on I'm going to stick with pressure-fed gas engines. Yeah, these are more efficient, but my God, I've been working on this crazy setup for 2 days. Now, this is the pressure that the setting on the engine controls. That's my heat exchanging setting, exchanger setting. I had to play with that number, and that gets changed automatically in that program. I had to play with that number over and over and over and over. And if you add these up, right there you got about liquid volatiles. So that's a pretty good number. Most of the liquid, the volatile stays the liquid until you fire it up. And then you got liquid oxygen, 22, and the gas at point. So they're a little off whack right now, but that's because I shut it down. So that corrects itself pretty quickly as I'm going. And let's give this a test fire. Now I don't quite have it tweaked to where I want it because I don't think I'm going to get 31 kilonewtons. And I don't know if other people do. I think they do. I get enough that I can land it safely. So let's give this a shot. And this is an important number. That might spike a little bit, but it should stay under 6,000. I could probably tweak this number to get it a little higher, but you know how that goes. When you start tweaking numbers, you push the limits. And it is a little low, but it does come up as the setting here adjusts. So as you can see, I'm getting 29. That's not bad. 29.1. That's pretty good. It's about 2 under what this max of this is supposed to be. And that's probably that right there. So let's try something real quick. Now, this could easily blow it up, but you can see how the pressure's not getting quite high enough. I don't know if it's this one, the other one. I gotta look. This one. See, I got it set for 6,000. So let's say if I raise that to 6,200, and this number was 10, and I adjusted that up to 100. Let's do this quick because it might be filling. Now that pressure should go up a little bit once I fire this. As long as it stays under 6,000, I'm in good shape. Yeah. Close to 6,000. 57. So that's a little better. That's a little better. And I'm at 31.2. So there we go. I got my 31 kilonewtons of thrust. Going down a little bit. But that, see that 31.1, that's pretty darn good. 31.2. That's pretty much max. So there we go. Let's turn that off. Now I will do a test flight of this to it takes forever for this to to put itself out, shall we say. But everything seems to be working. I'm getting 31 kilonewtons, so that little bit of an adjustment seemed to help, and I could probably go up another 100. It's all this math that's happening in here that's keeping that slightly lower than it needs to be. But you know, you almost hate to go much above 6,000 because you're going to stress the pipes out. I'll give it one more shot here, see what that did. 30.6, 32, 32.3, so that increased it. And that's pushing it. That's pushing it. I'm getting 32.5 though. I could probably live with that. As long as when I shut it down it doesn't spike up. Let's see what happens. It spiked just a little bit. And then the heat exchanger setting, as it drops, or rises in this case, sorry, rises, turns that back into liquid and decreases the pressure. So there you go. Very, very tricky. Very tricky, but I actually got it to work. Now, it did take some of this code from Cows Are Evil, but he does a lot more math than I like to do. I simplified a lot of things like setting the actual ratios. He didn't have those ratios in there like this, where I turn the pumps on and off at those numbers. He adjusted them up and down at those numbers. I kind of do both, but I like to do things a little bit simpler. What is that? So strange. So there you go. After, and by the way, I did blow up my rocket on a few occasions. So it wasn't totally without trial and error. There was some experimentation and a couple reloads. I'm not ashamed to say it. Why that won't go into my hand here? We'll put it up there for now. So I turned the oxygen back on because that's how much I've been experimenting. Burning through oxygen and volatiles like crazy here. This should be back up there now. I'll probably let it go to 2000, turn that back off. I have been throwing some mined volatiles in there. I actually got a little bit of liquid in there. Kind of surprising. And that should be being pumped in. I have to watch this pressure. We're okay. It's the world pipe network. Oh yeah, we're fine. Let's turn this off. So I did get everything back on the rocket. I used medium tanks. I don't know pressure-wise what I need to, or volume-wise, what I need to get up to space and back. So I need a lot more. That's fine. No pressure there. That's down here. It's probably 5 megapascals or something down here. 5.4. So it's groaning. The pressure's dangerously high. Yeah. Every time you build a rocket, the pressure's dangerously high. So I need a lot more volatiles before I go into space. This should be full because I got plenty of those. 750 liters. So basically, I'm setting the liquid because of weight. I mean, I don't want to overweight the rocket. I don't know if that's an issue or not, but the 750, and this is going to be, I think, 1300. I'm pushing the limit on this tank once it gets full, and then we'll launch, and I'll test it going up. I do have 2 batteries. I have all the necessary stuff. I also have 2 scanners and 2 miners all wired up. One of the pipes is no, it's there. It's the chute that's disconnected. I didn't connect the chutes in the backside yet because I haven't mined anything. But I kind of like this setup where I can watch it. That's pretty cool. And there you go. A lot of ores. I've done a lot of mining up the top. There's a lot of ores on this planet. The Baldur or whatever. It has a lot of ores. Mining is not a big deal here. I mean, if I go up and top this little cliff, there's stuff all over the place up there. There's stuff all over here and all around these edges. So mining on this planet makes it pretty darn easy. It's a little glitchy, I think, the mod itself. It's not bad though. You get errors every once in a while. Like it's hard to explain, but you do get stuff. You do get errors. So there you go. Compile all these videos together. Hope you enjoy the explosion of the, just pulling the tanks out. I had a blast doing that. Everything in here is working good. I did paint this a little bit. I can't get to the center without painting the inside, so I kind of thought, you know what, this is the working area. That kind of looks pretty good, actually. And everything in here is working good. I do have to rip this out a little bit. I'm using a flip-flop splitter. So the problem with a flip-flop splitter is it's 1-to-1. So I got 2 of them because I added one here because I wanted to produce volatiles faster. So that one's, it works, but every once in a while, one of these runs for a little bit, and I'm stuck. I'm going to end up hurting myself. Oh my god, I am stuck. There we go. Let's go in it from this side. That one just dumped, so it's working. It's just not even. As you can see, this one gets less than the other 2. It doesn't have anything, although it has 38 in there, so it's okay. I just heard some go in. But there you go. Maybe Old Salt Gamer. I'm not sure how much longer I'll spend here. I'm going to do some ice mining. And I did some base speedification power. It's just, it's not an issue at all. I am, I hate to say it, but I am really getting attached to biofuel. You hook these Larrys up, you don't have to even think about it. I charged my rocket. I said, well, before I do that, I better add a second row. Because you know how rockets suck power when you first turn them on. And it handled everything perfectly. Biofuel seems to be the way to go for me. Matter of fact, let me show you real quick, and then I'll end the video. Real quick, how much I've been relying on solar power. There's my solar panels. That was during the second storm, and I haven't touched them since. Anyway, TV Old Talk Gamer, hope you enjoyed it. Hope everybody has a happy holidays. And I'll see you, probably not tomorrow, but maybe the day after. And I'll see you then.